to the 25.
Now a third-round pick a year ago. Here's Rashad White. And this is going to be a Bucs first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw, Mayfield.
He'll get that out to the flat to White.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
The Buccaneers hit 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. Now, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
You talk about this Falcon defense.
They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
On 3rd down, Mayfield. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Fourth down, so Jake Camarda is out there. Cordero Patterson deep for Atlanta.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Falcons will get up 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready.
At their own 12-yard line.
Ritter off the play fake.
But it's caught on the right side of Smith. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down.
Here's the 8th overall pick from Texas. It's Bijan Robinson.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
But Charles, it's something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October. That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Opening carry of the game for Cordell Patterson. Down to the 10. Touchdown, Falcons. Cordell Patterson. His 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Falcons are on the board first here on the road in Tampa.
Well, earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it. Mike Evans, he's going to go. And he's going to be shoved out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A big play that time for Tampa Bay. 61 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Mayfield down. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Here's Mayfield. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the Bucs are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taking them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Mayfield looks to throw. Flush to his right. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Cade Otton, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive. and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Ritter with it after the play fake. He's got this to Algier. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
Quick pass out to Miller. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
You look at this defense for Tampa Bay.
We know they're going to be tough to throw on. Top 3 in the NFL defending the pass.
They may be ranked 3rd against the pass in the league, but they're the best that I've seen so far. Sometimes the numbers don't tell the full story.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Single drop route here, lined up left and trying to work his way back across the field. He probably saw the twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
The 20.
And he's going to get this down inside the 5 before he's out of bounds. 61 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
So it's 3rd and 1. The defense, they stack the box, and that's the problem. You break through that first level, there's no second level.
And most good running teams work against stacked defenses. They don't care if you have 6 in the box, 7 in the box, 8 in the box.
And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Cordero Patterson with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Mayfield.
Oh, and that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Mayfield on play action. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. You know darn well both of these teams reviewed the film and saw that this defense had 5 sacks last week. They got to keep their QB upright.
And they're going to try their best to do exactly that. But they're facing a team where getting to the quarterback is a mindset. It's a mantra for them. And they play a game within the game. And you know what it is? Let's race to the quarterback and see who gets there first.
Jake Camarda sent on now to punt this away.
Let's take it inside his own 40.
So a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards.
And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. Ritter back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
Second down and a run by Robinson. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 107 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the second quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. Robinson will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. Well, fans of old school football, they got to be loving this partner. All 3 drives so far have ended in a touchdown, and all 3 on the ground.
And when you say fans of old school football, count me in, because you just don't see ground games dominate the scoring by pounding the rock like this anymore. To me, this is refreshing.
And they'll accept that penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's grabbed over the middle by White. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
3rd and short yardage, Mayfield. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And it will be Falcon football. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. And they've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 6. Again, it's Robinson. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up the 3rd down. And the big fella stepped that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority
because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. 124 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Back to Robinson now on first down. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They'll run this one right with Robinson.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about where they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7.
First catch here for London, and also a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And they'll try the option on first and goal.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
Desmond Ridder
with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year.
And the Falcons take a 3-touchdown lead.
Koo able to connect on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Yeah, keep it up, keep it up.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Run.
They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it first and 10.
Hurry.
They start the drive with White. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. He completes it to Evans. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 22 yards there, a first down. That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club, and one we talk about all the time. In football, puts you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's second down at 7.
Brings up second and 7.
Now here's a whistle as flags come in. And we'll check out the call.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long. Now Mayfield looking downfield for Godwin. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Thus far, they have been able to move the line of scrimmage very well in the running game. Almost felt like they said in the huddle, can you guys pass protect? Let's take a big shot downfield. Didn't get it on that one, but they may come back to it again.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
So they will wave off the flag and let the completion stand.
Really great job by the receiver fighting through all the contact and still coming down with the football. All that great work in practice being put into the game.
On 1st and 10, Mayfield. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
So it looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down.
Here's White.
5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. Mayfield to throw it. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown.
Keeft
There to make the grab.
and the Buccaneers get a bit closer.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that cuts the lead to 28-14. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
Cordero Patterson to return it, bringing it out of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drive that they watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they haven't had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game, even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Finding Miller once more, complete.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down.
Option play. Here's Robinson. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. 155 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Option left, and Ritter keeps it.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Ritter now on 2nd down.
And his throw is incomplete.
Just looking at it from a defensive perspective, when you bring the ball in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
So this defense, they gave up some yards on this drive, but bottom line, they came up with a sack when it mattered.
And we know that every down counts, but let's be honest about it. People focus on 3rd down as a real key down in any drive, any situation. And they took full advantage of 3rd down there and made a play.
Koo knocks this one through the post. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It's been a very one-sided game so far. They got to change what they're doing right now, don't they? You can't wait till the halftime speech to make an adjustment.
No, you can't, because if you're doing it right, you're adjusting from series to series, and they need a big adjustment here to try and put some...
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted.
Picked up by Richie Grant. And the Falcons are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And with only 4 seconds on the clock.
He's got a man, complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will approach NFL record territory. It's a 62-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short. No good. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway.
Patterson going to bring this out of the end zone. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly...
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Falcons.
Scotty Miller,
85 yards.
And the Falcons come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 24.
38. Buccaneers 14.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And now Mayfield on the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. This is caught by Evans. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, right at the 40. In motion left goes a tight end. Mayfield off the play fake. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Throwing, Mayfield. And this one is incomplete.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Third and long for Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Offensively lucky they were able to keep the football, but now fourth down, so they'll have to boot him away.
I do think, though, they're going to look at this as a positive. One, they recovered the fumble, so they retained possession. But two, being able to punt it changes field position for them. Imagine if that turnover takes place there. Now your defense has to go onto the field and try and hold. Instead, they get a little breathing room.
A good head-down running on the return gets about 15 yards. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And, CD, you know, sometimes you don't need those complicated game plans or the added wrinkles. Last time, how you think about it, couldn't have been any simpler. One play, one pass, touchdown.
I know those coaches put a lot of work into this game plan, but I don't think they mind possessions like that at all. They just save those calls for this possession instead.
Here we go. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. Completion left side to Miller. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It'll be a gain of 16 for number 16.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Let's go.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And this will be a Falcons first down as good running gets them to about the 44.
Usually the big fella is a blocker, a lead back, but he gets the ball on first down. What a surprise for everyone. And as a former safety, if he breaks into the secondary and you see him coming, you just know that's a whole lot of man you've got to deal with now.
On play action, here's Ritter. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Bucs are going to take over at their own 41. They're still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Play fake. Mayfield. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. The safety blitz staged to perfection that time as they sack him for a loss of 6.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for the quarterback.
Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30.
Mayfield's throw taken in by Evans here.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of, until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
First down, here's White. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
His 6th touchdown on the ground, number 7 overall. And the Bucs are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
And he'll find his way in for 2, and we're back to a 2-score game. The lead's cut to 16. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And Patterson will not return it. It comes out to the 25. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15.
Robinson up the middle.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Throw that side taken in by Miller. And just 3 yards on the catch there to get it away. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted.
Picked up by Levante David. And he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. They will run with White out of the shotgun. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw complete to Otten.
He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Mayfield looks to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the 3rd quarter from Tampa.
Here's Mayfield. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Cade Otten.
A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game.
And the Bucs take advantage of the field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. But D'Amico Ryans, even with the defensive mindset, he'll elect to go for 2 here.
Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. Escaping the pressure right. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB,
What changes there around the goal line on a two-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Even at 32 years old, Patterson is someone who can turn any touch into a home run. Jack of all trades, master of all. He even improved upon his career best numbers from 2021.
On the counter, this is Robinson. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he's fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, but the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
And that's going to do it. Clock hits zeros. They're not going to get another playoff. Time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll go up the middle with White, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. To throw, Mayfield. That's complete to White. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Chewing up big yardage, another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Palmer going in motion right. Now a give up the middle. This is White. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance. Reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
The offense on third down, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And this one is right through. And this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin 1st and 10. And off to the races, down the right side, inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons! Bijan Robinson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Falcons add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now Mayfield and the Bucs come up on 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Running out of the gun with White. There to stop him on the defensive side, Lorenzo Carter. And now they're in the hurry-up. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. He'll get that out to the flat to White. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Bucs passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down. Mayfield. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. David Onyemata in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Mayfield's throw on target to Godwin here. So the completion results there in 9 yards, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. On 3rd down, Mayfield shakes off the sag, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Lorenzo Carter getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Now they go for it on fourth, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. The Bucs try it on fourth down, but come up empty. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
These two have hooked up 9 times now this afternoon as they pick up the first.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll run on first down.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down fourth quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it out. And we've got them now.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. 7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8.
Ritter back to throw.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
A 52-yard attempt.
Koo knocks this one through the post. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD, but unfortunately.
And that's caught inside the 35. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Now whistles here before the snap. Looked like one of the Bucs may have moved. The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Now Mayfield. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They'll roll him out right. Oh, he's thinking end zone for Evans. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen.
And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Just a formality now, but here's the extra point. It's up and it's good, so that'll mean the final deficit will tally out at 10. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still.